The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just...
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty in which it inherits A's pain. The pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. Every action, determination, courage, love, hatred, all of these will be degraded. Only rules shall remain constant. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, you wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced.
มีหลายเพลงแน่เลยดู
Though
น้อง
your
นะ
blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Weak, pathetic, defeat,
ไง
evasion is futile. There is no insolent. Now you shall perish. The Kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
บอกแล้วไม่ตรงนี้
She's completely recovered?
Shine down.
โอ้ยเจ๊ก็หลงง่ายเหลยเกินนั่นไง
Inazuma shines eternal.
นั่นไงโอ้นนเทียนอีกแล้ว
There is no escape.
ให้อาหารได้แล้ว
Transcend all constraints. Shine down. Illusions are but distractions. Absurd. Torn to oblivion.
เอ้าไม่เดินอีก
Illusion shattered.
ตายแล้ว
I shall not fall here.
ท่านหนึ่งนะมีอาหาร
Shine down. This world, a fleeting shadow. Without yearning, all returns to silence. Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Oh, stillness transcending. Shine down. Pathetic. Be gone. Inferior. Torn to oblivion.
โอ้ย
Illusion shattered. Inferior.
โอ้ย
The eye sweeps the land. There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Weak. Illusion shattered. Falls on the land of eternity.
โดยปกติบอสมันจะมีเฟสสอง
It appears your martial prowess has not done. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
In this, she was built to resist erosion.
Then, does that mean this is gonna...
Maybe if I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries, and no matter 500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, it is about time I understand. I fight for the ever. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. During my.
But this means...
Pass on my words.
อะไรจู่ๆก็หูไงไพมอนจะยินสุดท้ายข่าวก็ต้องไปถึงใหญ่โถเอ้ย
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still. Right? Also, what if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. Yeah, we should help. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, help her with, well, whatever. We can't let anything bad happen to A while she's in there. Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore. Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel Paimon now. Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly... Who knows if she really understands...
Someone's not in the best of moods. Let me guess. You're all tangled up in another situation and need me to I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a...
But you're all...
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to... Impossible. You know as well as I do that she's always been rushed in... So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help?
Is she playing dumb?
You're learning, little one. All I know...
Because right in my...
Not just because of that. The nature of the space... Anyway, we needn't... First things first. Follow me to the entrance.
See that he stays safe. Body and mind.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crap. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough. In other words...
So...
Yes, no need. Everything is This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you...
What? Alright, well, Paimon's staying here then. You two can go in.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal? Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course.
ตั้งแต่ที่เล่นมาเนี่ยน่าจะทำให้ไพมอนเนี่ยโมโหน่าจะบ่อยสุดน่าจะกี่รอบบ่อยสุดก็แค่นี้นะมาทำเควสระดับตำนานกันดีกว่าสัก2เควสเอาง่ายก็คือไปที่ AR 50 ก่อน
It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to... Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being... Well then, the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'm placing my god in your capable hands.
จะ50แล้วอีกนิ
For
ดเดียว
my sake and for Inazuma's, please.
อีก
Bring her back.
1,000 XP
Miko, you better know what you're doing.
That's enough chatter.
ถึงมาหาอะไรทำก็เลยมาทำเควสของไรเดนครั้งที่2จริงๆว่าจะทำของนาฮิดาแหละแต่เพราะว่ายังไม่ปลดล็อกของเควสที่มันเกี่ยวกับชานไอ้นาฮิดาเควสอันที่2ก็เลยมาทำของไรเดนก็ได้โอ้ my god กระตุก
Focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
หวังว่าซาวที่ใส่จะไม่ติดลิขสิทธิ์นะพอเปิดเสียงเกมเก็บดังโอเค
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforce, you bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return. Then, let this be our final duel, the conclusion to that which began 500. Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new.
หมายความว่ายังไงหมายความว่าคนที่เล่นก็คือผมอีกแล้วดิโอ้ยแกจะตีอ่ะ
Great enough to vaporize the ocean and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams.
โอ้ยสไตล์พี่หน้ามีอย่าเพิ่งเล่นผมตอนนี้พี่
Yet, you have endured.
ไอ้คิด
I will endure forever.
ไปคิวออกไป
Witness the final calamity.
อันนี้โอเครู้เรื่อง
Purge all obstacles. There is no escape. Inferior.
อันตีเพิ่มอย่างช้าเลย
Shine down. Eternity is in my hands.
เควส2แน่ๆ
This, I believed you were incapable of but a will that cannot be eroded. You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, yet my reason for fighting redefined my... And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. From this day forth, I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past. Makoto never saw me as a fearless... You truly have changed. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting the...
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you... But... you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
คัสซีนเนี่ย
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom,
She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams
ดี
decide.
มากที่ไม่เป็นเฟส
Grant it life. Eh?
โอ้
Is this?
เนี่ย
Is it really?
เป็นเฟส2ว้าวโอ้ยอาหารก็ไม่มีโอ้
Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick?
ก็คง
This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
เรียบร้อยนะครับผม
Goodbye, Makoto.
ข้อแค่ไปเป็นเฟส2ก็พอแล้ว โย่แล้วก็ทุกคนที่เดินออกมาจากที่โอ้ยยังอ่านไม่จบเลย
So the A of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past.
ให้เนื้อเรื่องมาเล่าต่อ
No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible. All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky. A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared. I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed. Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone. I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all. Without the sacred sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth. I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred sakura. No, but I understand why now. It was because the sacred sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the string.
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care of Kitsune over the ages to thank for how it appears today.
คุณจิ้งจอกคิดสุดนี้
And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you? At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely. The flow of turbulence may well...
Does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be there to witness what was going to happen?
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, but it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. After all, you saw...
I only heard her voice. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, I have to say. This has... She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the... Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the...
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder... Does that qualify me to... Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis.
แป๊บนึงนะทุกคน
In which case,
แต่ผมกลับมา
there is further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
ทุกคนเรื่องเดิมเลย หมูกระทะตอนไล
I'm
ฟ์
looking forward to it.
เรื่องเดิมอีกแหละโถ่เอ้ยจบแล้วยังนะครับ โถ่เอานะให้มันรีบจบจะได้เคลียร์เอาจบแล้ว
Protection of the electro.
หมดยังเฮ้ยหมดแล้วใช่ไหมงั้นก็คงจะเหลือแค่เนี่ยที่บอกว่าของนาฮิดะยังทำไม่ได้เพราะว่าพื้นที่ของชามคือยังไม่ได้ทำเควสอันเนี้ยไอความมืดมิดซ่อนเลนอันตรายนั่นแหละประเด็นตอนนี้เหลืออีกกี่ XP แค่ทำเควสระดับตำนานเควสใดเควสหนึ่งเสร็จก็เสร็จแล้วนี่หว่าเอาเป็นเควสที่มันเอมิลี่เลย450
'Twas on a deserted moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limb.
เค้นดูหน่อยของใครเยอะสุดหรือว่าจะไปทำเควสโลกอีกดองเป็นล้านเควสโลก ไอชายง่ายกว่า ตะเกียยังไม่ได้ปลดล็อกตะเกียปลดล็อกโอเคบักสมชายใช่ไหมแต่จะพอสักช่วงหนึ่งแล้วกันนะเพราะว่าแต่จะไม่คิดว่านุ่นแต่เดี๋ยว20:30เดี๋ยวก็จะปิดไลฟ์ครับไม่นอนไม่ได้ไปนอนหรอกตามตัวได้อื่นต่อหรือถ้าอินเนื้อเรื่องจริงๆเดี๋ยวจะไปแบบว่าเล่นต่อไปเรื่อยๆก็ได้
Be on your guard, traveler. Now is no time for sightseeing.
Oh, why is that?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active ruin guard presence in this area, even though this is far beyond their normal area of activity.
โดนกาดนะดีเลยจะได้ฟาร์มดาบเลยทุยไม่ใช่
Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they simply left their ruin and marched off all of a sudden, for no clear reason.
So did somebody wake them?
As I say, the reason is still unclear. Moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to increase millilith patrols. We must not let innocent civilians come to harm.
อยากเอาพวงกุญแจที่ได้มาทำ
Ruin
ปก
guards are probably
ส
pretty
ตรีมมาก
dangerous
เล
for
ยแต่แบบ
regular folk.
มันจะเด่นไป
Wow.
หรือเปล่าไม่แน่ใจได้ทำ
I'm very grateful indeed for the offer, but it just wouldn't be worth.
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
หรือเปล่ากราฟิกเป็นกลาง
Is that so?
ไลฟ์นี่
Well,
ไม่ใช่
if
เล่น
you're
ปกติหรือ
I did see some ruin guard footprints on the hillside,
สักค
but
รู่
since
นะ
then I've been too busy warning passers-by to investigate myself.
Footprints, eh? Interesting.
While the Millilith stands guard, evil shall never prevail.
Body in mind.
This footprint is huge. It has to be the one that guy was talking about.
พอครับกราฟิกกันมาแล้วมันค่อนข้างที่จะ
Here's another one. Yep. Seems the ruin guards
นู่น
The trail of ruin guard footprints leads us here to a ruin guard over there.
Let's get this show on the road.
You're in toast.
แสนติดโคตรเกลือ
Let me weave you a verse. Rain outlines your. Don't blink. Hey. And voila.
Nowhere to hide.
โอ้ยท่าหมุนอีกแล้วออกไป มันถึงเนี่ยถึงไหม
Now disappear.
ไม่ตาย
Time to act. Rain
ไม่
outlines your
ถึง
fate.
Speed of light. Well, that's one down. Let's keep looking around. Maybe we'll find some more.
บักสมเฉย อุ้ยโอเคมีของให้เก็บนะจริงๆอยากจะฝากมงคอลาปิดตีแร่นรกนี่แต่ไม่มีเวลาฟาร์มโซโล่ว้ากับดักเดินนู่นเหมือนกุญแจจะไม่มีหมดแล้วใช่ไหมกุญแจนี่ไงเหลือตัวกุญแจธาตุลมเหลือเฟือจัดเลยบักสมชายมีเด็กมาอยู่ตรงรูนกลาง
Hey you! Check this out! Isn't it? What is he wearing?
I've never seen one this close before. Have you ever seen one? Excuse me. His name is Mr. Cyclops, actually. What sort of...
Mr. Cyclops? Aw, that's cute!
Yep, my brother said so. And he's the best toy seller in the whole world.
พี่ชายเอง
It's
เป็น
his
ใคร
job to sell this kind
เรีย
of
กชื่อ
stuff.
ได้ตั้งชื่อได้แบบสุด
Right
ยอด
now, he's at the Institute for Toy Research in Liyue. That's where Mr. Cyclops has come from. It's always nice to meet someone else who likes toys. So tell me, where'd you get your toy from? Must be...
Hey! Just 'cause you get to play with Paimon all the time does not mean that Paimon's a...
Greetings. Have you found anything? Oh. A child?
We just, you know...
You shouldn't be out here, boy.
Killing machines? You mean ones that look like this?
Precisely.
You take that back! Mr. Cyclops is not a killing... We shouldn't be talking to this guy. If he's saying mean things about Mr. Cyclops, he's definitely a...
I'm just trying to help. I've always been hopeless at dealing with...
Well then, why don't you get back to your normal job and leave us to do...
It seems I have no other choice. Very well. I will continue with my patrol. Please escort the child to somewhere safe. It's much too dangerous here.
The mighty Mr. Cyclops scared off the bad guys once again! My name's Tuser. I came all the way from Snezhnaya to look for my brother in
Huh?
Liyue.
มาไกลเชียว
I'm all on my own. And I don't know where to find him.
You came all the way from Snezhnaya?
ภูเขาน้ำแข็งที่อยู่ไกลแบบสุดลูกหูลูกตา มาเพราะว่า
I think this is the part where I give you this.
นรก
Here
นี่
you go.
What is it? Looks heavy. What the...
อะไรอะมอล่า
My brother said I should take it with me. He said, find a nice...
Your brother makes a good point. Still, it's hard to believe you made it. Your family must be super rich. Paimon never knew you could make so much more from selling toys.
Yay! Thanks, nice guy. All right. Now, you make a pinky promise. You keep it all your life. You break a pinky promise. I throw you on the ice. The cold will kill the pinky that once betrayed your friend. The frost will freeze your tongue up.
Wow. That one nurse... Well, if we weren't your babysitters before, we sure as heck are now. But where should we look for your brother? Great idea.
All right. Finally, now I...
โธ่ไอเด็กนี่ที่แท้จะตามหาพี่ชาย แต่มาจากเนสนายะมาไกลเหมือนกันแล้วเนี่ย ที่นี่ใช่ไหมสเนสนายะเนี่ยสเนสนายะ เอาเป็นว่าไม่ต้องสนใจเรื่องนั้นดีกว่าป่ะมาธนาคารนอตแบ็กมาจากที่แบบไกลสุดลูกหูลูกตา เพื่อมาหาพี่ชายโอเคไปครับแล้วโอ้เพื่อนวิ่งเร็วๆหน่อยไหนที่นี่มีอะไรขายบ้างเนี่ยมอล่าโอ้ยเฮ้ยดีดีเลยโทษทีมาคุยผิดจะเข้าไปธนาคารไม่ว่ากันนะเดี๋ยวก็จะไปแล้วไอจีทำไมแจ้งเตือนเยอะจัง ยืนอยู่ตรงนี้เลยเหรอ
That seems a little inappropriate, don't you think, sir? How can you...
Relax. Once in a while can't hurt. It'll be fun.
Huh? What is he doing here? Yay, my brother!
I know that voice. Why, if it isn't my little brother, Tooser. My good... What a nice surprise, Tooser. I thought it would have to wait till I return home before seeing you again. How are the others? Sister Tonia and brother Anton? Is everybody keeping well?
They miss you a lot. Tonya prays for you every day at dinner.
Wait a second. What are you doing here in Liyue, Tooser? How have I not heard anything
Well, what happened was, I saw a boat that looked like it was selling toys. And then, when I got off, Mr. Cyclops scared off a bad guy, and then I found this nice guy to help me come look for you. Cool. Suddenly Paimon doesn't feel so bad about taking Toozer's money.
Tooser, what you did was extremely dangerous. I'm so happy to see you, really I am, but please, promise me you won't do anything like this ever again.
Okay, I promise. Please don't be mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. I just care about your safety, that's all. If you hadn't met these nice people, things could have been a lot more dangerous for you, Tooser.
Yup, I always remember my pleases and thank yous. Oh, so you did notice we were here. You were just ignoring us.
Forgive me, it's always family first where I'm from. Don't take it. I know we've had our differences up to now, but a few minor quibbles aside. Come on, you know I'm just a pawn in all that, just doing my part. As for who, I'm much more interested in. You're forgetting something about me. I, Tartaglia, spend every second getting stronger. Don't expect to have.
Whoa.
Maybe not right now. Not while my kid brother is watching.
Why do you want to fight the nice guy? Are you guys enemies?
No, not at all. Allow me to formally express my sincerest gratitude for taking care of my darling brother. His safety matters very much to me.
So anyway, Tooser said something about you being a toy seller. What's that all about? Aren't you supposed...
Yes, about that.
ว่า เกือบหลุดพูดอะไรนะไพมอน
Shh, look. I only told him that so that he'll look up to me. In the eyes of a child, working with toys must be the best job imaginable, right? I don't want my family to have anything to do with the Fatui's, or should I say Snezhnaya's, darker side. The older ones already know that I serve the Tsaritsa. But Tooser is still so young. As I was saying, I remain Snezhnaya.
That's right! My brother's the greatest!
Just humor me in front of Tusser, if you would be so kind. Yes, Ekaterina. I will deal with the issue of that outstanding payment right away.
Hey! Slinking off, are we?
But Master Child, would it not be a little improper to ask you to deal with debt collect?
A bet is a bet, isn't it? And if you lose a bet with an agent, well...
Are you going off to sell toys now?
That's right. As much as I'd love to catch up a little longer, Tusser...
So we still need to keep babysitting for you? Sure, I really like this guy.
Well, it sounds like Tusser really likes you, and that you've already made a pinky promise to take good care of him anyway. Then I'm in your debt. Here, take this as Tusser's entertainment. If need be, you may...
โอเค อันแรกคือละงั้นก็เดี๋ยวทำอะไรก็ทำเควสของสมชายต่อแล้วก็ไปตีบอสสัก1 อัตราบอสตัวหนึ่งนะตอนนี้ได้ XP เท่าไหร่200 โอเค เสร็จละ AR50 แน่ๆแล้วใช่ไหมไม่เกียนก็เหลือแค่ไปลงดันเจียนแค่นั้นแหละอะไรอะจะไปขึ้นที่ทุกวันจันทร์เวลาตี 4รวมถึงผู้ไปทำในตำนานของผู้เป็นดอมด้วยฟื้นขึ้นมา
Looks like we'll be hanging out with Child's kid brother for a while. So, where are we going to play first?
อย่าพึ่ง
How about we start with the
สวัส
toy
ดีค
store?
รับสวัสดีครับอย่าพึ่งไอ้หนุ่มตอนนี้ขอจัดการเรื่องตัวเองให้เสร็จก่อนเพราะเดี๋ยวจะไปละ
Here comes the finale. Step right up.
โอ้ my god โอ้โหจริงๆพี่แกแรงมาก
Incoming. With sword comes shadow.
Know my sword. Witness the power of Guhua.
Hey, yeah!
พี่อย่าทำกับผมอย่างนี้
Speed of light.
โอ้ my
Nowhere to hide.
A round of applause. And voila. Oh. Now disappear.
ขอบคุณสำหรับการแสดงAR50 แล้ว แล้วรับชมกันต่อในตอนหน้าสำหรับวันนี้สวัสดีครับบายไปละ เจอกันในตอนหน้าหรือก็คือพรุ่งนี้ปั่นเควสของชายต่อหรือเปล่านะอาจจะเผลอสคริปต์ไปเล่นนอกจอจบแล้วก็ได้เพราะฉะนั้นเจอกันครับผม